What's up, y'all? Welcome back to ZayMoolaSportsPodcast. I'm your host, Isaiah. And I'm here to give y'all my week 4 college football picks. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. All right, y'all, let's start with our first Friday night matchup. And we have number 24 Illinois going on the road to take on number 22 Nebraska. And y'all, this is a very, very, very important game in the Big Ten, man. I mean, both of these teams are 3-0, y'all. And both of these teams would love to keep their hot start going. Y'all, you look at Illinois, man. I'm very surprised they're 3-0. I thought they were gonna lose a couple of weeks ago to Kansas, but they did not. And we know Nebraska. I mean, Nebraska had a lot of hype around them coming into the season. So far, they have lived up to that, y'all. But I think this game is going to really come down to which team controls the line of scrimmage, y'all. Because Illinois, man, they love to run the football. They're averaging 153.3 rushing yards per game, y'all. But Nebraska's only giving up 70.3 rushing yards per game. And so I think, y'all, I trust Nebraska's defensive line a little bit more than I trust Illinois' offensive line. And I think because of that, Nebraska is going to force Illinois to throw the ball a lot, y'all. Illinois quarterback Luke Altmaier, so far on the season, he's thrown 6 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. Y'all, I think that changes tonight because I think Luke Altmaier, he's going to throw 2 interceptions. And I think Nebraska, y'all, led by quarterback Dylan Raiola, the young freshman quarterback sensation that he is, I think he's going to be able to capitalize off those turnovers. So I like Nebraska to win this game by double digits, 27-17. All right, y'all, let's move to our other Friday night game. We have San Jose State going on the road to take on Washington State, y'all. And Washington State, man, they're off to a very surprising 3-0 start. Last week, they had a very big win against Washington on the road in the Apple Cup game, a game that I thought Washington was going to win. But, y'all, Washington State, man, I mean, their quarterback, John Mateer, he might be the best dual-threat quarterback right now in the country because he has over 700 passing yards through 3 games. And he also has over 300 rushing yards on the ground through 3 games, y'all. And I just think that's insane. He has 11 total touchdowns. And Washington State, man, they love to run the football. They love to control the line of scrimmage, man. They also have a nice running back, y'all, Wayshawn Parker. He's averaging 7.4 yards per carry. And John Mateer, I will say this about him, though. He's not the most accurate guy. He's only completing about 55% of his passes. But I think, y'all, it's not going to matter on tonight because San Jose State, although they're 3-0, I don't think they're a very good football team. So I have Washington State winning this game big, 38-20. Man, I think John Mateer, he's going to have 300 passing yards and 150 rushing yards. I think he has a big game. I like Washington State to get their 4th win. All right, y'all. Moving to our Saturday games, we have NC State going on the road to take on number 21 Clemson. And for NC State, y'all think this is a really bad matchup because their starting quarterback, Grayson McCall, there's a strong chance he's not going to play in this game. And even if he does, y'all, he's going to be very banged up, which means their freshman backup quarterback, CJ Bailey, he will get the start. And y'all, I thought CJ, he did some really nice things on last week. He completed 65% of his passes for 156 yards. But now you're talking about a freshman quarterback making his first start on the road against a very good defense in Clemson, y'all. I just don't think it is going to go well for NC State, man. Now, even though I still have my questions about Clemson's offense, y'all, I think in this game, Clemson's going to be able to move the ball against NC State, really because I think NC State's defense is going to be so tired from being on the field so long because I just don't think NC State's offense is going to be able to control the clock the way they really should in this game. And so I like Clemson, y'all, to win this game big, 37-13. I think CJ Bailey and NC State's offense, they're going to have a really hard time being Clemson, y'all. They still have a really good defense, and that home field advantage, y'all, trust me, it is real. So I like Clemson to win this game going away, y'all. All right, next up, we have a very sneaky game, y'all. A game I think a lot of people are kind of glossing over. Is we have James Madison going on the road to take on North Carolina. And both of these teams are undefeated. James Madison is 2-0. North Carolina is 3-0. And for North Carolina, y'all, they don't really know who their starting quarterback is going to be right now, right? Because Connor Harrell, he's played a good amount, but also Jacoby Criswell, y'all, he's played a good amount. And even Max Johnson, he's come in and played a little bit. So North Carolina has rotated through 3 quarterbacks so far, y'all. But I really, really love their running back, Omarion Hampton, y'all. He already has 416 rushing yards through 3 games and also has 3 touchdowns. I mean, North Carolina, y'all, they're averaging 248.7 rushing yards per game, which is just mind-boggling. But that's the way UNC plays offense, man. They're very physical, y'all. And I think, James Madison is a decent team. but I don't think James Martial is going to be able to stop Amarion Hampton enough to win this game. And so I have North Carolina winning this game 28-17. North Carolina, this might be giving them too many points, right? Maybe I should have lowered this to like maybe 21-22, considering that their quarterback situation is a mess right now. But y'all, I think Amarion Hampton, man, I think he's gonna have all 4 of their touchdowns. Like seriously, y'all heard it here first. I have North Carolina scoring 28 points. I think Amarion Hampton, he's gonna have all of their points tomorrow because I just think he is that great of a running back, man. This is so hard to bring this dude down because he is so physical as a runner, y'all. And again, I have North Carolina win this game 28-17. All right, y'all, moving on. We have number 11 USC going to Michigan to take on number 18 Michigan. And y'all, I think this game is going to get ugly really quickly because last week Michigan quarterback Davis Warren, man, he threw 3 interceptions against Arkansas State. Like, come on, y'all. Arkansas State is not a very good football team. He threw 3 picks against them. Now, he's not going to be starting tomorrow. That is going to be Alex Orji. The problem is, y'all, Alex Orji is very inexperienced, and he's going against a much improved USC defense. And then we know USC offensively, y'all. I mean, Miller Moss, man, he's throwing for 303 passing yards per game. So I think USC is really going to go into Michigan, y'all, silence that crowd, man. I have USC winning this game big, 30-13. Remember a couple weeks ago when Michigan got blown out to Texas, and a lot of people thought they were able to keep that game close, and it didn't happen. Yeah, I see that this same game, y'all, happening on tomorrow. I just think Michigan, they don't have enough offense to keep over USC, and I have USC winning this game big. All right, y'all. Next up, we have Georgia Tech going on the road to take on Louisville, man. And Georgia Tech, y'all, I think they're a good team. I think people are kind of overrating Georgia Tech. And I think people are underrating Louisville, y'all, because Louisville has a ton of weapons offensively, man. So far through 2 games, they have 3 running backs that already have over 100 rushing yards, y'all, and Isaac Brown, Duke Watson, and Keyshawn Brown. I mean, Louisville is surprising because remember last year they threw the ball a lot. This year they kind of a little bit more balanced offensively. They're not throwing the ball as much as they were last year, y'all. And I think Georgia Tech offensively, I think Louisville can slow them down because Georgia Tech, what do they want to do, y'all? Run the football, right? And we know what Georgia Tech did, week 0 against Florida State, y'all. But Louisville is a much better team than Florida State. I think Haynes King, he's going to have to try to use his arm to win this game, y'all. And I don't think Haynes King is that accurate of a quarterback. So I like Louisville to win this game kind of big, kind of convincingly, 37-23. I just think because of the weapons that Louisville possesses offensively, y'all, it's going to be too much for Georgia Tech to overcome. So I like Louisville to win this game 37-23. All right, y'all. Next up, we have Buffalo going on the road to take on number 23 Northern Illinois. And we remember what Northern Illinois did a few weeks ago against Notre Dame, right, when they had that huge upset victory, 16-14 over the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, y'all. And I don't think Northern Illinois is going to take Buffalo lightly at all, y'all. I think Buffalo is a pretty solid team defensively. I think they're a really bad team offensively. I think Northern Illinois is going to take advantage of that, y'all. I really like Northern Illinois' quarterback, man. Ethan Hampton, he's very efficient. He makes good decisions, y'all. And so I think he's going to have a big day on tomorrow against Buffalo. I don't think Northern Illinois is going to blow out Buffalo because this is still, a conference game. But I like Northern Illinois to win this game by double digits, y'all. 29-16, right? I mean, this is the first time Northern Illinois has been ranked in a very long time. I think that crowd, man, they're going to be rocking. I think Northern Illinois is going to be able to kind of use the home field advantage to their advantage. So, again, I like them to win this game 29-16. All right, y'all, next up, we have Arizona State going on the road to take on Texas Tech, man. And Arizona State, they're another one of those teams, man. Very, very surprising start for them. A 3-0 start, y'all. And when you look at Texas Tech, y'all, Texas Tech is horrible defensively. They are horrible defensively. I'll never forget, y'all, last month, man, when they played against Avalon Christian, that first game, and they gave up 51 points, right? And then the next week, they went to Washington State, got blown out, gave up 37 points. So I think, y'all, Arizona State, led by their quarterback, Sam Livet, I think he has a big day against that Texas Tech defense. I mean, Texas Tech arguably has the worst secondary in college football, man. So I think Arizona State, I think there's a chance they can score more points than this, but I didn't want to get too carried away, y'all. So I have Arizona State winning this game 38-24. Again, I can easily see Arizona State putting up like 50 against Texas Tech because that's just how bad that Texas Tech secondary is. But I have Arizona State winning this game by 2 touchdowns. All right, y'all, next up, we have a huge game in the Big 12. We have number 12, Oklahoma, going on the road to take on number 14 Oklahoma State, y'all. And this is going to be a very, very interesting game because Utah quarterback Cam Rising, y'all, he's dealing with an elbow injury right now. Now, it seems like there's a strong chance that he plays on tomorrow. But y'all, even if he plays, though, I think Cam Rising, he's not going to be 100%, right? Because again, even if he plays, he still has not played, in a week, and you're going on the road against a solid Oklahoma State defense. And y'all, let me tell you something about Oklahoma State, man. This year, their superstar running back, Ollie Gordon, he has not, had an 150-yard rushing game. Last year, he had like 7 or 8 150-plus yard rushing games. But the reason Ollie Gordon has not got off to a very fast start so far is because every team that Oklahoma State has faced, y'all, what are the defenses doing? They're loading up the box. But when they've done that, that has allowed Alan Bowman, y'all, to find these wide receivers that Oklahoma State has. We know Oklahoma State has some very good wide receivers, man. Brendan Presley, DeJon Striblin, and Rashad Owens. And I think, y'all, they're going to have some success against a very good Utah defense. Why? Because I just think that Utah's offense is not going to be able to sustain drives. I think because of that, Utah's defense is going to be on the field for a long time, y'all. So I like Oklahoma State to win this game 34-24. And I think, y'all, Ollie Gordon, I think he's going to at least have 95 rushing yards on tomorrow. I know, the last couple of weeks, he hasn't even had 50 rushing yards, but I think tomorrow he has a bounce back game. I think Oklahoma State, their offensive line, they're able to get some push on a good but not great Utah defensive line. So I like him to get going. I like Alabama to have a really good game. I like Oklahoma State to win this game again, 34-24. All right, y'all, next up, we have California going on the road to take on Florida State. And y'all, Florida State, man, I mean, they're just a horrible offensive team, y'all. I mean, listen, their quarterback, DJ Uiagalelei, he should be benched, y'all. They have absolutely zero wide receivers that are dynamic, that are explosive. I mean, talking about last week, y'all, they didn't even score a single touchdown. Now, fortunately, Florida State fans, I do have y'all getting a touchdown on tomorrow because I have y'all getting 13 points. But I like California to win this game 22-13. Y'all, California, again, they're one of those teams that's off to a surprising 3-0 start, y'all. And I really like their running back, man, Javion Thomas. He averages almost 8 yards per carry, y'all. And we know Florida State's defense, man, their defensive line coming into the season, their defensive line was seen as one of the best in the country. So far, their defensive line has been anything but that. So I think Javion Thomas, he has a huge game. And I think California, y'all, it's going to be a low-scoring game. They're going to control the line of scrimmage. I like them to escape Tallahassee, Florida with a 9-point victory, y'all. That would mean Florida State would be 0-4. Woo, really bad. All right, y'all, next up, we have Iowa going on the road to take on Minnesota. And y'all, this is going to be, a very boring game. If you're a person that does not like to watch a defensive battle, do not watch this game on tomorrow night because this is what it's going to be, y'all. It's going to be an ugly game. It's going to be a defensive-minded game, man. Very low scoring. And I think, y'all, this game is going to come down to a field goal. And the reason I have Iowa winning this game 19-16, y'all, is because Minnesota, man, their kicker, he's horrible, y'all. He's 5-9 so far this year on his field goal kicks, which is only about 55%, y'all, versus Iowa, their kicker, he's 5-5. So because of that, y'all, because I think Cade McNamara, he's going to be able to make a big throw. Because I think Cade McNamara, he's not great, but he's definitely not bad. He's been playing college football for a long time now. And Caleb Johnson, their running back, y'all, running back for Iowa, man. I mean, he's averaging nearly 8 yards per carry. He already has 6 touchdowns, and he has 479 rushing yards through 3 games. So I think Iowa, they're going to be able to drive at the end of the game, y'all, drive down the field at the end of the game, And I think their kicker, he's going to make the game with the kick. So because of that, I have Iowa winning this game 19-16. Again, if you don't like defense, please don't watch that game. All right, y'all, next up we have number 6 Tennessee going on the road to take on number 15 Oklahoma. And y'all, this is what college game day is going to be. This is our ABC night game on tomorrow. But I think Tennessee is going to blow out Oklahoma. I have to win this game 41-21. And y'all, I think Oklahoma is very overrated. Because you look at their 3 wins. They beat Temple. Okay, yeah, they blew them out. Okay, Temple's not very good. They only beat Houston about 4 points. And Houston is definitely not good. And then, Tulane, y'all, and listen, Tulane's a solid team, but they struggle to beat Tulane. And so I don't really know how good this Oklahoma team is. And you're talking about they're going against a Tennessee offense, y'all, that's averaging nearly 64 points per game, man, with a freshman quarterback, Nico, y'all, who's just absolutely throwing that football all over the place. And then Tennessee has two running backs that are just so dynamic and explosive with the ball in their hands, man. Dylan Sampson, y'all, he already has 9 touchdowns through 3 games. And then you look at their backup running back, Deshaun Bishop, he already has 222 yards as a backup running back through 3 games. So I think Tennessee has way too much offense. I don't trust Oklahoma's quarterback, Jackson Arnold. I think he's way too erratic at times. And so I like Tennessee, y'all, to win this game big, 41-21. I don't know why a lot of people think this game is going to be close. I really don't know why some people think Oklahoma's going to be able to upset Tennessee because, y'all, Oklahoma, they've not been tested at all. And because of that, again, I don't think their defense is particularly great because their defense kind of had problems stopping Tulane last week. So I like Tennessee to win this game, running away, y'all, 41-21. All right, y'all, next up, we have Michigan State going on the road to take on Boston College. And, y'all, Michigan State kind of has some momentum right there, 3-0 under their first-year coach, Jonathan Smith. But, y'all, I think that their high start is going to stop in Boston College on tomorrow night. So I have Boston College win this game 31-19, man. Boston College has come off a really tough loss last week against Missouri, a game they easily could have won, y'all. A game at one point they were up by double digits, but they blew the lead. But I think Boston College, they're back at home. This is at night as well, y'all. Y'all know Boston College at night, it could be a pretty, tough place to play. And so I think Boston College, y'all, we know they love to run the football. I think they're going to be able to control the line of scrimmage. And I think Aiden Childs, y'all, I mean, Michigan State's quarterback, he is very, 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 very interception prone. He already has 4 interceptions, y'all, through 3 games. I think he's going to have 3 more tomorrow night. So I like Boston College to win this game 31-19. All right, y'all, next up we have Baylor going on the road to take on Colorado. And y'all, Colorado had a major bounce back victory last week against Colorado State after that horrible performance that they had against Nebraska. And Colorado, y'all, their defense is starting to look pretty solid. And they're going against a Baylor team, man. And I know Baylor, y'all, listen, I know Baylor, they've only given up, 75 passing yards on defense so far. But, y'all, it's not like Baylor is winning against, a really elite offense. Now they're going against Shador Sanders, Travis Hunter, Jimmy Horn Jr., y'all. And I think that Baylor will not be able to slow down Colorado's offense enough. I do think they'll have some times, where they'll be able to get some stops on Colorado's offense, but I mean, they're going to be able to do it consistently. So I like Colorado to win this game 27-17. Then I have, question marks about Baylor's offense, man. Like, is Baylor really that good of a team offensively? Yeah, I know they average 29 points per game, which is solid. But again, y'all, they have not been tested at all. And one time they were tested against Utah, they lost. So I like Colorado to win this game by double digits. All right, y'all. Next up, we have Kansas State, and I should say, last but certainly not least, y'all, we have number 13 Kansas State going on the road to take on BYU. And I like Kansas State to win this game 27-21. Now, listen, this is going to be a really tough game for Kansas State, y'all. And their quarterback, Avery Johnson, okay, he's going to have to be very careful with this football because BYU is pretty solid defensively. This is a night game, man. In BYU, and we know BYU, they've upset a lot of teams before at home. So Avery Johnson, again, he needs to be very careful with the football, y'all. But I really love Kansas State's running back, DJ Giddens, man. He's averaging 6.6 yards per carry. He's averaging a little over 100 yards per game so far through 3 games. So I think Kansas State, I love their trenches, y'all. Their O-line and D-line, I think, is probably some of the best offensive and defensive linemen in the country. And so I think because of that, Kansas State's going to be able to escape BYU with a 6-point victory, man. So there y'all have it. That was my week 4 college football picks. Remember, y'all, laughs is a good message, so make sure you get your daily dose. Y'all know I'm gonna end it, man. I love y'all. God bless. Peace.